Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My pleasure to be back again. Today we will discuss and practice about phonological rules and process, which is it will be final test in my phonology class. So what will we do today? We will look for videos from YouTube and we analyze what are phonological rules and process that used in this video. To support it, we use two devices. I use two devices. One device to record the video and one device to watching the video. And also to support it, we use earphone to record the sounds and speaker to support the video. To remind the material, I put the material in this. So let's get started. Phonological rules are part of communications through language, whether spoken or written. They describe how phonemes are realized as their allophones in given neighboring phonemes. Kind of phonological rules are assimilations, deletions, and similitude. Assimilations is when one sound is influenced and changed by neighboring sound. It is used to refer which sounds affect the sounds in its left side. Assimilations is divided into three: assimilations of place, manner, and voice. Assimilation of place happens when words are said carelessly and with modified pronunciations. Example: open, usually pronounced open to open. Sounds changed by n sounds. Then assimilations of manner refers when two different manners of articulations influence sounds each other to form new different type. For example, Indian becomes Indians. The sounds change, replaced by j sounds. Then assimilations of voice happens when mouth is busy to anticipate the following sounds. We have example in word have to, have with v sounds replaced by have to with f of sounds. Deletions or elisions is the omissions of one or more sounds, such as vowel, consonant, or vowel syllable in a word or phrase, producing a result that is easier to the speaker to pronounce. There are several examples of deletions. First is syncope, that is deletions of a vowel usually near stressed vowel. We have example in English chocolate, usually pronounced chocolate with sword. Then in deletions pronounced without sword. Then apocope, that is the loss of final unstressed vowel, usually sword. We have a word in Middle English help. Then in modern English we pronounce it help without sword. And the third is cluster simplifications or cluster reductions. We have word wild goose. If we pronounce with deletions, we pronounce it wild goose without d sounds. The third is similitude. In dictionary, similitude has meaning the similarity to something else. In phonological world, similitude is the use of variety of sounds at the present time. This term happens to connect speech where one word would expect to hear as normal sounds in language. Example In similitude, we have word curtain. In ordinary curtain, k sounds pronounced as k. Then we have other example in word k. K sounds in k is quite similar with e sounds. K similar with e. This is called by similitude. Then we have lace and place. Lace, L sounds is pronounced as ordinary. Then place, p sounds is pronounced like L sounds.
As the novel coronavirus keeps spreading, so is the dubious information about its origin. The virus came to light on December 31st. As the novel coronavirus keeps spreading, so is the dubious information about its origin. The virus came to light on December 31st, when China first disclosed cases of a strange respiratory disease to the World Health Organization. Reports of those cases from the city of Wuhan started drawing global attention.
Chinese health authorities are still working to identify the virus behind a pneumonia outbreak in the central city of Wuhan.
A mysterious respiratory illness with similarities to SARS, the coronavirus.
Doctors now say the virus can be transmitted from person to person. That's troubling.
In January, China's own health officials linked the outbreak to these food markets in Wuhan. Most evidence still points to Wuhan as the likely origin of the epidemic. But now China is increasingly vocal that the virus could have first emerged in other parts of the world. Italy, the worst hit epicenter in Europe, is the latest country to be blamed. Chinese state media have seized on comments by an Italian doctor to suggest the virus originated in Italy. The doctor is now accusing China of twisting his words. China state media reported he said an outbreak was observed in Italy before it had even occurred in China. The doctor in Italy denies ever saying that. But still, the claim has circulated widely in China. A trending hashtag on his alleged findings has racked up over 500 million views on Chinese social media. China is also pointing the finger elsewhere when it comes to the origins of this virus, including toward Washington. Here's one example. A spokesman for China's Foreign Ministry, Zhao Lijian, tweeted this in March. That tweet picks up some speculation and conspiracy theories that have circulated domestically. Several foreign athletes fell ill during military World Games in Wuhan last October, and people claim that they could have been infected with COVID-19. However, the head of the hospital in China that treated them disagrees. He says they were actually diagnosed with malaria. But that hasn't led China to deny the speculation by Zhao Lijian and the others, which have elevated the conspiracy theories to diplomatic level. Meanwhile, there are signs of China ramping up its propaganda drive. High-ranking Chinese diplomats have been flocking to Western social media, now a major battlefield. Thousands of Twitter accounts were set up in the past few months, although the platform is banned in China itself. Like Zhao Lijian, many of them are vocally pushing Beijing-friendly narratives and sometimes confronting other countries with controversial and unproven claims, including about COVID-19.
The next video.
South Korea's President Moon Jae-in has urged people not to lower their guard in the battle against the coronavirus. This comes after South Korea reported 34 new cases of COVID-19 in just a single day. Moon said the country needed to brace for a second wave of the pandemic. The country has been widely praised for containing its coronavirus outbreak and last week began easing restrictions.
The fun didn't last long. This is one of the 3 clubs a 29-year-old man visited before testing positive for COVID-19. So far, more than 24 cases have been linked to nightclubs in the Itaewon district in Seoul. Authorities are currently tracking thousands of people who visited any of the clubs. The Seoul mayor quickly put the lockdown brakes on.
The city of Seoul issues an order visitor records.
We all need to work together for a better future.
I think this incident could have happened anywhere, not just in Itaewon.
South Korean President Moon Jae-in is warning of a second wave of infections.
The infection cluster, which recently occurred in entertainment facilities, has raised awareness that, even during the stabilization phase, similar situations can arise again anytime, anywhere in an enclosed, crowded space. It's not over until it's over.
The new infections are a blow to South Korea's image as the role model in the fight against the coronavirus. And they could be a warning sign to other countries considering easing restrictions.
And joining me now from Seoul is correspondent Frank Smith. Hello to you, Frank. Now, South Korea has been considered a role model in its handling of coronavirus. Now we're seeing this relapse. Did the easing of restrictions come too soon?
Really contagious. Number 2, people can spread it when they are not showing symptoms, and initial media reports indicate the patient that visited Itaewon to visit several nightclubs didn't have any symptoms when he visited there, so that makes it extra difficult to determine that question that really balances the economy with public health, and that's a very, very difficult question to answer, I think.
Well, we've heard from the president that a second wave of infections is a possibility. How can South Korea prevent that?
Well, it has quite successfully gotten off and the infection level down to even 0 per day domestically through its intense testing and contact tracing, which it's doing now to try to track down all those visitors to Itaewon on the nights in question. I've received several text messages to my phone telling me if I visited there that I should come forward and get a test. And it's going to continue to do that to try to, contain this recent cluster.
And what do you think other countries could learn from the experience of South Korea?
Well, I really think that the president said it best in his speech, which you highlighted just earlier. This isn't over until it's over.
Frank Smith reporting from Seoul. Thank you very much.
So we had already watched 2 videos from YouTube, which is the channel from Deutsche Welle English, media partner German, but use English in this video. I found 7 that I think those used phonological rules. To remind you, phonological rules are divided into 3: assimilations, deletions, and similitude. From the first video, I found 4 phonological rules. The first is about its origin, but in this video, the speakers pronounce it about its origin. About its origin, change about its origins. The sounds in about its origin are deleted, so I think this term used deletions, which is use cluster simplifications, because it the T sounds is deleted. The next is outbreak. sometimes we pronounce outbreak just outbreak, but in this video I found that outbreak is pronounced with outbreak. So the sounds are replaced by p sounds. So I think this term used assimilations of place. Number 3 is theories, plural. In normally pronounced theories, but in this video, theories. The speaker pronounced theories, which is schwa word is replaced by w word. So I think it used assimilations of manner because the term create new different manner of articulations. And number 4 is battlefield. I think battlefield it use deletion sign copy because normally sounds battlefield is pronounced battlefield, but in this video it sounds battlefield. The schwa words are deleted. And I found 3 phonological rules in second video, which is the number 1 is COVID-19 use sounds. In this video, COVID-19 pronounced COVID-19 with F sounds. COVID-19 with V sounds, pronounced COVID-19 with F sounds. So I think this term used assimilations of voice. Then high alert, usually pronounced high alert, but this term use high alert, and also the schwa word is deleted. So this term use deletions sign copy. And the last is think that, pronounced think that. In think, the sounds pronounced as ordinary sounds, the pronounced the, but in that, the sounds is pronounced like a sounds. So not think that, but think that. The sounds in that are quite similar with a sounds. So this material from 2 videos I found 7 phonological rules. I will put the link, and also please give the comment from my analyzing. So this is my analyzing about the phonological rules and process. I will put the link descriptions in comment or in descriptions. Please giving comment, and thank you for your nice attentions. Stay healthy, stay safe. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ciao.